Hi and welcome to 1 Week at a Time. My name's Brett Burden and I hope you're enjoying the series. Today I want to talk a little bit about leadership, and I know we've touched on it before, and I can guarantee you we're going to touch on it again in the future as well, because I believe it's one of those areas that's really just not discussed enough when it comes to business. So the particular area that I'd like to talk to you today about is vision. And there's many components of leadership, and I often, when I talk to or anyone, clients or just anybody, and I ask the question, what's leadership to you? What does that mean? You get a lot of stammering and stuttering, and people just really aren't sure of what leadership is all about. And look, as I say, it's many things, but today, you cannot lead without understanding where it is that you're going. And that's why I want to talk to you a little bit about vision. So if I was to ask you, did you have a vision? Do you have a vision for your business? Now I know many people, when I ask that question, say, "Oh yeah, we've written down a vision." That's great, excellent, great start. But do your team know what that vision is? Would they be able to repeat it? And I think that's where a lot of people start, falling by the wayside. So they might know where they're going, but they really haven't taken the time to translate that to their team, and therefore not able to engage their team because, they don't know really where it is that they're going. So you don't really have a vision in your business until everybody in your business understands where it is that you're going. And often when I talk about a vision, I'm not talking of vision statements. I'm not talking about some wanky long dribble. Okay, it's got to be defined. It's got to be exactly what it is that that you're looking to build. Got to be motivating to the people that you're trying to get involved and influence with that with the vision, as well as motivating to yourself. So it's got to be true and it's got to be honest. Otherwise, there's not going to be any drive there. So I want you to have a think about your vision, if you do have one. If you don't, you certainly need to sit down and start, looking at exactly where it is that you want to go. And then be able to translate that to your team and help them understand. With a really good vision, what happens in your business is you will get something called synergy. And that's another word that I often ask people, what does synergy mean? I want you to have a think about that right now. What's your understanding of what synergy is? And it's one of those words that's really hard to put into words. So the dictionary understanding of it is the interaction of elements that, when combined, create a total effect greater than the individual sum. Okay, so yeah, big mouthful. Let me put it another way. The best example I can think of is back in the 1800s, Carlton United Brewery here in Victoria, Australia. They would have horse-drawn carts taking the kegs around to the breweries, and they'd have a team of 2 horses, and off they'd go, and they'd deliver 3 or 4 kegs at a time. And so they'd go off to a pub, drop off the kegs, come back to the brewery, pick up another bunch of kegs, take them along again, drop off, come back, and that's what they'd do all day. What they realised, if they put actually 4 horses together or 6 horses together, the sum that those horses were able to carry were a lot more than what the 2 put together would be, as in the multiplication of the 2. So they were carrying around 30 kegs at some stage with a team of 4 to 6 horses. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, 1-on-1 doesn't actually have to equal 2. When you have synergy in your business, it can be a much greater effect. And if you want to get synergy in your business, you've got to have a really strong understanding of where it is that you're going, so your people can engage with that process. I hope that made sense. If not, please contact me, and I'd be happy to send some information out on how that all works. And the thing that you can do this week, I'd be suggesting, if you haven't got a vision, is check out on Google other people's visions and see which ones work for you. Not all of them will. But if you don't have one, that's an easy way to get started. If you do have one and you're not talking about it enough with the team, then you really need to start doing that. Get synergy on board and your business will not look back. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.